Hey guys, and welcome back to the series A MariChat Christmas Special, written by Stacey Holt. The artwork was created and approved by Natural Wind on Tumblr. Shane will be voicing Cat Noir and Adrian. I will be voicing Marinette, Sabine, and the narrator. Maddie's going to be voicing Tikki. Ashton will be voicing Plag and Alia. Brad will be voicing Tom. Calvin will be voicing Nino. You can find the links to their social media and their YouTube channels in the description box below. If you'd like to show your support, you can like, subscribe, and comment. Now, Chapter 21, The Christmas Party.
Hey, Princess?
Cat asked, holding the warm container of cookies in his hands as they drew closer to Ollie and Nino's. Yes, Cat? She asked, turning to look at him.
Can we go somewhere after the Christmas party?
He asked, a little nervous. Go somewhere? What do you mean? Go where? She asked, confused. Cat thought for a few seconds, wondering if it would be too bold to ask her. He knew she had feelings for Adrian, and he also knew that she didn't know that they were the same person. Alia thinks over the text that she's starting to like Cat Noir more, though. This could be an opportunity.
There's a Christmas festival tonight. I was going to see if, after the Christmas party, you would like to go with me.
He blushed. I would love to, Cat, but let's see how late it is first. I don't want to bail on Ollie and Nino. She smiled.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He smiled, rubbing the back of his neck with his free hand. Marinette and Cat Noir made it to Ollie and Nino's a little while later and knocked on the door. Alia opened the door, and Alia grabbed Marinette's arm and rushed her inside. Nino laughed and waved Cat Noir inside.
Where should I put these?
Cat asked, looking down at the container of cookies.
Marinette?
He said, looking around for her.
Just sit them down on the counter, dude. Alia's been trying to get a hold of Marinette for a while. Something about a go meeting? It'll be a few minutes.
Nino laughed. Cat Noir sat them on the counter and walked over to sit down beside Nino. They both sat there awkwardly for a few minutes until they heard both girls squealing in the other room.
Girl! Ooh!
Alia squealed. Shush! Marinette hushed her, handing her the snowflakes.
Forget about the snowflakes, Marinette. Why didn't you tell me you two kissed? Where is your phone? I texted you.
Alia said, smiling excitedly, placing the snowflakes to the side. My phone? I, must have forgotten it at home on my way here. I was using it for the cookie recipe, Marinette said, getting sidetracked.
Oh, whatever. It's fine. Back to the main subject. You like Cat Noir. I thought he and Ladybug were a thing,
she said. I guess not, Marinette laughed nervously.
I need all the details now.
Alia grinned. Marinette smiled nervously, knowing that this was going to take a long time to explain everything, but was now the time? They were having a party after all. Wasn't this considered rude? Shouldn't we go back in there? They are waiting for us. Marinette ran to the door and escaped into the living room and sat beside Cat Noir, letting out a sigh of relief.
Hey, dudette.
Nino waved, seeing that she escaped from Alia. Hey, Nino, Marinette said with a nervous smile. Alia walked into the living room with a determined look that gave both Marinette and Cat Noir a nervous feeling that made both of them almost regret coming, though they remained glued to the spot.
You know what?
Alia began, sitting beside Nino.
Last time we had our Christmas party, we didn't get to finish our game.
Alia smirked.
Games? Now?
Cat Noir asked.
I'm down for any games.
Nino smiled, getting hyped. Marinette gave Alia a confused look, and Alia smirked, and she knew instantly that she was going to regret it. Marinette sighed and shoved her head in her hands, making Cat Noir turn and look at her.
What kind of game is this going to be?
He asked, his voice getting quieter and quieter, almost not wanting to know the answer.
Truth or dare?
Alia smiled.
That's rad. I'm all in, babe.
Nino smiled.
Well, what about you two?
Alia smiled.
Sure?
He smiled nervously, turning to Marinette, who was still hiding within her hands. I guess, since I'm outvoted, she said quietly behind her hands.
That's the Christmas spirit.
Alia smiled cheerfully, now ecstatic.
Rules. If you pick truth the first time, you can't pick it the second time in a row.
She winked.
Nino, truth or dare?
Alia said, smirking to try and start the game out easy.
Dare, babe.
He smiled.
Oh, Mr. Daredevil over here.
She laughed.
I dare you to call Adrian and see if he really is busy.
Cat's eyes widened and he quickly pulled out his staff that was connected straight to his phone to make sure it was silent. It was. Good. Nino dialed the number and they patiently sat, and they heard Adrian's voicemail.
Shoot. Guess he was? Well, Nino, your dare was completed. Technically.
Alia groaned.
Alright, Cat Noir, my man. Truth or dare?
He smiled. What should he say? Nino doesn't know anything about him and Marinette, right? Should he play it safe? Should he pick dare so if Alia calls on him next time he can pick truth? But wouldn't Nino know everything Alia knows? Should he just go ahead and pick truth then?
Truth.
He said, unsure of his choice.
Truth? Alright then. What is the chemistry between you and Ladybug?
Nino asked.
Chemistry? Oh, well, it's a little complicated. We're partners. I, used to like her, but things kinda changed.
Cat smiled, a slight blush spreading across his face as his eyes darted to Marinette for a slight second. Alia smiled, seeing his eyes glance over at Marinette.
Alright, your turn, Cat Noir.
Alia spoke up.
Me? My turn? Marinette, truth or dare?
He smiled sheepishly. He had her. If she picked truth, he could ask her plainly how she felt about him or Adrian. If she picked dare, he could force her to do anything. It was a win-win. Truth? Marinette said, a slight blush as she turned away from the group. Cat stammered. What was he waiting for? This is it. Why was his heart thumping so fast? Why was his mouth so dry? His mind was racing so fast. He knew she liked him, but why did he fear the answer about his alter ego? Why did he fear that she liked Adrian more than Cat? They were the same person, though they weren't.
Go ahead, Cat Noir.
Alia said.
Yeah, dude, go ahead. Well, while you're deciding, I'm actually getting hungry, so...
Nino said, hinting that he wanted some of Marinette's cookies, while Cat Noir thought of a question to ask. Well, why don't we just go eat some now? Marinette said, getting up to try and dodge the game. Alia groaned and gave up, standing up with Nino, and went to go over to the counter with the cookies. Marinette was about to start walking toward the counter when she felt Cat's hand grab her wrist.
You picked truth. Do you like Adrian more than me?
He managed to spit out. Marinette's eyes widened and she breathed out with a soft smile. She kneeled back down, knowing that Alia and Nino were too busy in the kitchen to notice that they were still in the living room. I like you, Cat, she smiled, kissing his cheek and standing back up and walking into the kitchen. Cat Noir's face lit up bright red as he touched where she had kissed and smiled.
I saw that, you know.
Alia smirked, whispering to Marinette.
I'm glad you're picking Cat Noir over Adrian. It's about time you chose someone who you can talk to and be yourself around. Even though he risks his life for Paris, which is extremely dangerous, he has a loving and caring heart. I think you'll be happier with Cat Noir than Adrian that gets stuck home all day and doesn't get to do anything.
Alia smiled, hugging Marinette. Thanks, Alia. I still love Adrian, but I think I'm falling for Cat Noir. I love Adrian in a different way, Marinette admitted, turning to see Cat Noir walking into the kitchen with a blank face, wondering what they were talking about. Marinette and Alia started laughing to themselves. Nino had no clue what they were saying since he was stuffing his face with cookies and knew better than to eavesdrop on their conversation.
What did I miss? What were you talking about?
Cat asked confused, taking a cookie. Oh, it's nothing. Marinette smiled, wrapping her arms around him, hugging him and smiling. Cat Noir was taken by surprise but smiled and hugged her back, seeing Alia and Nino smile at them. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'd like to shout out all of my friends who agreed to partake in all the voice acting, and you should take a look at all their social media and their links below. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!